I'm Despa. You're watching Meet the Artist Series 2 on be83, and today I'm here with Kozzie.
What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
How's things?
Perfect, you know.
Yeah?
Everything's good. Working hard, man.
Music going okay?
Yeah, definitely working hard. There's new projects coming out, and that's about it, really. Just focusing hard, man.
What's the next project that's gonna come out?
Kozzie JK 2, 7th of July. 11 tracks.
Okay.
EP. Proper, man.
And what's that sounding like at the moment?
It's a bit of everything. It's got grime on there, obviously. It's got a couple freestyles for like the guys that just like, you know, that freestyles, no choruses.
Yeah.
You got a few commercial sounding summer records that still got the grime sound in there, so it's not too cliche and too pop, do you know what I'm saying? Got some singers on there that I haven't really done before, and I felt like I needed to do that to people to hear. You know, when you got a girl like on the chorus, it kind of breaks down the tune and makes it sound proper.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's all on there.
What's your expectations for the project? Like, how do you think people are gonna receive it in the music?
Well, I haven't had a project out since like maybe 6 months, so they don't know, they haven't really heard much. I've given them a few tasters off of the EP, like way back then, that had like Big Shiz on there, Drifter, Discarder, Dot Rotten, and then I had my own single off of it called Doing It Alone. And there's gonna be some more stuff, so it's just like there's gonna be a few build-ups before that date, so they've got a couple things, videos, a lot of hype to make them actually say, do you know what, I want to buy this CD and hear what else is going on. Yeah, man.
All right, sounds good. So this is probably my first or second conversation with you ever. And as an artist, I want to know how you got your start in the grime scene, because it's something that I personally even don't know.
Yeah, no, I was always MCing in youth clubs, like when they had like pennies on the needles and stuff, and I was around some MCs called like Shallow Kids, like they was like from my area, and they was big in the ends, and I was like, bro, like you man get all the girl attention, like in the youth club, like you lot are the guys, everybody comes down to see you lot. So I was like 13, 12, thinking, how am I gonna get like some of that attention, you know what I'm saying? So then I used to just go to the youth club, and I used to kick ball. Originally, I always played football, so I played football in the football cage, play a bit of pool. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna MC with these man. But I was spitting like Dizzy Rascal's lyrics, like everybody else's but my own. And then the man then was like, you know what? Yeah, you've got flow, like you can MC, but why don't you start trying to make your own lyrics? Started to make my own lyrics, but I would still kind of sound a bit like others. And then I just mastered how to MC. I think I went to a couple, you know, like you get them youth projects, and then they have like a little mic stand, and they let you do a little tune, and then put out my first little tune like for free. And I got like that love in the area, and all the school kids, and I became the, you know, like the hype of the football cage with a big afro, and man is like, yeah, Kozzie MC's like, yeah, it's hype. And then from there I just progressed, and then obviously as the years moved on, I joined like a crew called Fatal Assassins, but they had Fatal Assassin Kids, and obviously that's basically what OGs was before being called OGs.
Okay.
But I knew these lot for my whole life, do you know what I'm saying? And they was always like helpful, like, oh yeah, like again as a younger, like anywhere they went, I was on radio, like on Top FM at like 14 with like MCs like Firma D and things like that, like spitting, getting hype, paying £10 for subs. And before I knew it, the whole of the ends knew that I MC'd. I'd go places like, there was a few festivals like People's Day for kids, hype. But we're there, the center of attention, like Fatal Assassins, and it was just like, I just grew my buzz from there, and I just carried on, and I just knew, like if I carried on doing what I'm doing, something will come out of it. And I guess that's kind of like why I'm here today, type of thing. Yeah, man.
So what was your first breakout like tune that you'd say that everybody would know you for, or the thing that really started to kick off the
I'd say probably Spartan, because there was a little thing like called New Wave, and there was a few new school MCs that people know of now. And then I was just in the studio, and I kind of joined up with some management with like No Hats No Hoods at the time. And then it was like, yeah man, you're good, we made a CD, but what you need to do, you need to basically create a banger that all the clubs and all the people like. And I thought the only way I'm gonna do that is if I get MCs that have got hype now on the song. So I got like Rival, Marga, who else was on there, like Screw Fizzer, and all them people, put them on a song, and then shot a video. Before I knew it, it had like 1 million views. Everybody was gassed about it without the vocals being on a tune. If the instrumental was played, it was just a shutdown.
At the time,
so it was the rap beat. And I remember I asked Spooky for it. I was like, yeah, I need a hype rhythm. He sent me this. And at first when I heard it, I was like, this just sounds like noise, like it's so loud. And when I actually got the tune mixed down and I spat on the tune, when it came out, it was just crazy. So I think that was my people's first acknowledgement of me.
Did that get a lot of like radio sport and stuff after that?
Yeah, I think it might have went on the playlist for 1Extra, and that's mad because the tune that it is just like hype. Like when you're hearing that at 7 in the morning, it's just like mental.
Oh, you just getting played up?
Yeah, like it was crazy. Like it was a good look, and then from there, that's where I just kind of shot off and then started to finding myself and do other records.
So where was the biggest kind of place that track took you in terms of performance-wise? And
I think that track still almost takes me places today. Like I might not always do the song, but it takes me places. I think Prague, because I did a show there, like my own show, like a headline show, had like 2,000 people in there. There was like support acts from big artists there, so that's probably why a lot of the people came there. And when I actually got to the venue, I was like to the guy, like, do people actually know me here? And he was like, yeah, they know you, but you know you don't really take it serious.
Yeah.
Got to the venue, I couldn't believe the size of the venue. People had my hats on, t-shirts, CDs. They couldn't really speak English, but they was showing me what they know.
Yeah.
And then when I got on stage and I'd done like a half-an-hour set, they knew every single song, all of them, every word, but couldn't speak English to me. Do you know what I'm saying? And then from there, I was just like, raw. And the reception I got from the Spartan tune showed me that this is what they know.
So that's in Prague.
Yeah.
And how, like, you was an MC, and I guess you were kind of still relatively new to the game at that point. Then how did that feel?
There ain't another feeling. Like I like recording in studio, and to get on stages, you got to record songs. But I don't like. There's nothing better than performing to live people, especially at festivals. You can't get no better than that. So it was an amazing feeling. It was crazy.
And have you done Outlook before?
No, I've never done it. So to be on it this year, I was surprised and happy at the same time, because I knew I didn't really have any projects out to get booked for festivals this year. So I thought I would have missed out on them all. But luckily they put me on Outlook, and the new CD's coming out. So it's definitely going to be
like the right kind of.
It's the right thing. Yeah, man.
So you say OGs, before it was OGs, was Fatal Assassins.
Yeah.
Like, as a little bit of history, I didn't even know that. Like, how did that change from Fatal Assassins, who was in that, who ended up being in OGs to start
Yeah,
with?
I think the name just grew. I think they just wanted to change the name and make it a bigger worldwide name. Like, new MCs was coming into the group, like Stormer, that I didn't know at the time. Do you know what I'm saying? New MCs was coming in, and you had Desperado. He was in another group. Do you know what I'm saying?
So Essentials was he in it?
No, not actually Essentials. South
Soldiers.
Yeah, South Soldiers. And then it's just like the man them that we all knew from a long time. We just put them all in one, and then formed the name OGs, and then it just went off from there.
Were you on the first project?
Of
what was it called now? It's
I don't think I was on the first project, but I was definitely in everything that was going on at the start, like the press shots. Like I had cane rolls. Like it was a long time ago, and yeah, I've just been rolling with them ever since. Like it's been a good, strong 10+ years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
All right, so people will also know you, Kozzie, if they've been following your career, for some of the clashes.
Yeah.
Or kind of musical friction that you've been involved with.
Yeah.
Most notably, Sucks. And after that, with the whole JayKae situation. How did stuff like that come about? How has it affected or even aided your career?
It's definitely boosted my career, because I had a clash with someone that was big in Birmingham. I didn't really know him, but when I had to check out his music to clash, I looked at the views and I knew from there, you're big here. And then I thought, you know what, it would make sense for me to clash somebody that's known in Birmingham, and I'm known in London, so it will widen my audience. And also he was good, and he still is good. So I thought, let me do that. And then obviously we had the clash, and then a situation happened in the clash where he kind of had a little situation. And then from there, that kind of boosted my hype even more because it was the talk of the town for the DVD at the time.
It was.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I did that, and then it did boost my career like major all till now. When I do shows, they talk about that. They will always, the clash with this person, clash with Socks, that was sick. I've got a DVD, and then they tell me about my new songs that they've bought, or my old work that they didn't know of, and they've now got. So it definitely benefited me. Yeah. Because
I know clashing is a part of the grime scene and has been from, how long ago. Some people, they do benefit from it, and some people kind of don't. Do you feel like some people spend too long trying to do the clashing thing and not?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like people want to do the clashing thing for their whole career, or be known as a clashing MC, or only know about clashing. So if they don't like a certain person's music, or they think if I clash them I will get a bigger buzz, that's all they want to do, write lyrics for them, do dubs for them, but they don't really have their own music and own projects. And I just feel like the clashing thing's good, but after you establish yourself through a hype like clashing, you got to find yourself as an artist and start putting out records, and that's what a lot of artists haven't done. Yeah.
Because there seems to be a lot of people that came off the back of like Lord of the Mics and not necessarily done as well as they maybe could have done if they'd had put more music out there, I guess.
Sometimes it's who you have around you as well. I had people around me telling me what to do when I finished clashing, what I should be doing. I should be recording songs and I should be putting them out. And luckily enough, I had like the whole Lord of the Mics team wanting me on their team after that. So they had my mind right. So I was just recording straight away, which helped me, and I had a strong 6 months with them while I was putting out records like Still Here, I'm Graham, and all them type of songs, because they was just behind me, pushing me, not letting me slack. So I feel like if you haven't got someone like that around you, that could be the problem.
I get it. And then off the back of the SOT situation, we then have the seemingly kind of long-running online thing with you and JayKae. How did that kind of start, and is there any kind of
you know what it is? I don't even know how that started. What I do know is he was always around in Sox's videos and hype sessions when we was doing Lord of the Mics 3. So he was always around. And to be fair, I did mention him first, and then when I did a video sending for Socks, I drew him out in there. And I think within the period of time of him wanting to have a piece of me musically, he was growing a fan base as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So he got more known. And I think now it's just a thing of, he's been on Lord of the Mics, I've been on Lord of the Mics, I've got a fan base, he's got a fan base. But for me, it just feels like another Socks situation.
Okay.
And I just feel like where I've done one already and it was successfully good, and now I'm not wanting to do the clashing type of music, and I want to put out records and get shows and be successful that way, is why I've kind of pushed that to the side and kind of just said, you know what, not today, bro. I'm going to do me and do my music. But he does want that hype from clashing, do you know what I'm saying? But he's musically good, he's going to be putting out music, so good luck to him. But right now I'm just focusing on putting out Kozzie 2 and new projects.
So no plans to kind of maybe do that in the future?
Nah.
The only
thing I could imagine maybe happening in the near future is us being at venues.
Yeah.
Because we're both artists. Whether me and him don't have a problem, no matter what people might see and read into music, because sometimes people get things very confused from videos and freestyles and what somebody might say.
Even the stuff online, people
nobody hates each other.
It,
Nobody wants to kill each other, do you know what I'm saying? No one hates each other. So I could only maybe see us maybe at shows in the near future. We seen each other maybe a month ago at Logan's last set from Kiss, and we was on a set together. Maybe people didn't notice that, but it was a vibes.
Oh, was that you were on the same?
Me, Socks, JayKae, and every. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's music. It's all. I say it's all entertainment. So if I've got people tweeting me saying, "Kozzie, I love you," it's like entertainment from a song that I've done. And if they're telling me that they hate me and JayKae's better and it's all entertainment. It's all good for me. It's all promotion.
Alright.
So I don't think anything will happen in the near future.
So for the fans that maybe want me to ask that question, now you know it may happen. It probably won't happen by the sound of, but you never know what goes on in grime. So You say you were with Lord of the Mics, the management team, for a while, and that seemed to kind of publicly break down. I mean, what was the situation behind
basically, I was with them for 6 months. I put out videos. I got some shows. I was doing well. Sales were good. But I feel like I wanted to go to another place. And sometimes as an artist, you get frustrated when you feel like maybe not enough's happening quick enough, because that's a lot of people, how a lot of us are. Because music's not free. We all have to pay for our own things and put out our own music and find avenues. And I just felt like I was at a stage where I've hit a glass ceiling now, and I feel like I'd like to move on with other people. So we didn't leave on any bad vibes. It was all good. And they still help me out today and phone me and see what's happening and trying to put us on new projects and stuff like that. So I've just moved on. And now I'm putting that Kozzie Kid 2 with Sidetracked, and they're the new team that's helping me with my project. So it's just all love, and everybody in the scene, they're all kind of like together in a certain way, so everything's the same really. Everybody uses maybe the same links. How can you put this, get this hair, talk to him? It's all the same, so it's all good, man.
All right, good to hear. So musically, how do you approach the way you create music, and kind of who do you draw to as influences? I mean, have you got any influences that you look at, artists that you respect?
The people around me, to be honest, I only listen, not like that, but I only really listen to the people that are around me or people that I feel. So I only listen to like OGs, people that I rate without being biased. I only listen to certain artists in StayFresh. I only listen to certain artists in Invasion, because that's who I want to hear. And it keeps you on your toes as well when you're hearing other MCs around you that are good. And you see them all the time. And also people that I like, that I'm friends with, I only really listen to that. So really my influences musically is probably the people that I listen to. Because I never get above myself. I never think I'm too big for anybody. I always feel like who I listen to are the MCs that I should be listening to. And the usual suspect MCs like the Dizzy Rascals, the Wileys, the Roll Deeps, the Nasty Crews, the Kanos. That's the people that I like to listen to, because that's the scene I'm in, and they're still here today.
I mean, have you got anybody that you haven't worked with yet that you'd like to work with in the future?
Yeah, I have. I want to do tunes with the greatest MCs, do you know what I mean? Not just because of who they are, but because of the music that they produce. So you got people like Skepta. I like the sound that he's doing now, like that blacklisted sound. You got people like Wiley. It's hard to get hold of sometimes, but that's the person. These are the MCs that I want to do music with. Do you know what I'm saying? You got Dizzy Rascals. When he comes back to grime and does grime songs, that's who I want to do tunes with. You got the Dappies. When they feel like they want to do them Tarzans, they can spit grime and they're saying stuff in their lyrics. I only want to do songs with people that say stuff in their lyrics. Do you know what I'm saying? You got Safwan. Need to do that, because that's another MC that I feel like he's just on the same wave level as how I am. Do you know what I'm saying? And the music that he puts out is good music. That's the people I want to do tunes with. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Obviously, you got to be one of the greats. You want to work with the greats.
Like
in the
even
field.
I'm gonna be doing a song with like Scorps. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the music that I like to hear. And like they're like they're around a lot. They come London and stuff like that. We've built a friendship. Do you know what I'm saying? So definitely, those are the artists that I'd like to do songs with.
You said just now that you don't feel like you're better than anybody else, or put yourself on top of anybody else. I feel that maybe people may see you as a cocky MC. Yeah.
Do
you feel like you've got that kind of?
I've got that love. I've got that Marmite look. You know, like you either like me or you don't, and I think that's just because of how I MC, my persona, and sometimes my attitude on camera, the way I behave. But I feel like that's a selling point as well. When you get to know me and you do things like interviews and you actually listen to what I'm saying, you'll understand that actually that's just when he MCs. But when I'm with him on a day-to-day basis, he's nothing like how he portrays himself on camera. So yeah, I do get that a lot. Like I see comments, people are like, Kozzie man, you're up your own arse almost. But people that know me, that when I'm not even MCing like you lot, everybody, he's not like that. This is just how he gets his lyrics across. It makes me feel good. I write lyrics like I'm clashing people anyway when I'm writing them. So it's almost like I'm talking about people. And music's a sport, innit? It's a game. So when you're throwing your little indirects in lyrics here and there, it gets people talking. But this is why I wanted to do this type of interview, to let people know that actually there's a different side to him than just the arrogant thing that people seem to think I am.
Yeah. It's one of those things that I've seen over the the last couple of years. You've been out on numerous occasions. You see the comments, you see the tweets, and I wanted to ask you whether like how you feel you come across as an artist out there.
I'm aware of it, but talking about me in general is good because I do music. If I wasn't being spoken about at all, I'd be worried. Do you know what I'm saying? So all talking is good, but I'm trying to put a good point across now. So when they hear my new music, they'll realise I've improved. I've got growth. There's 11 songs on there. My friends are on there. There's different sounding gram on there. And I probably ain't talking as much crud as I used to talk. Because you grow up in it. That was like 2010s, 11s when I was doing that type of music. Now it's 2014. I'm older and my music's matured.
Yeah, man, that's good to hear, bro.
Safe, man.
Where do you see yourself in the future of your career, and what do you want to accomplish that you feel that you haven't done yet? Where do you want to get to?
I just want to be like, everyone would say it, it's kind of like a easy answer. I just want to be the biggest that I can be. So whether that means I'm on like, I don't know, every single TV channel, like a Tiny Temper type of person, worldwide, maybe not musically like him, but everywhere, then I'll be that. If I have to stay underground, because sometimes people don't actually get to elevate, as long as I'm happy with my music and I'm being able to support my music with the money that I earn from it, I'm cool with that. But I am trying to be everywhere, worldwide, like UK, out of UK, everywhere.
I mean, other than Prague and Ayia Napa, where have you performed?
I've done a show in France before, and that's probably about it. I haven't really had loads of bookings, but I've been over there twice. Recently, maybe 2 months ago as well. A smaller venue, but just as hype. So they obviously have a following over there for them to want to book me again. Yeah. So really, it's just those 3 countries, really. That's about it.
All right then. And the next project is called
Kozzie JK 2.
Kozzie JK 2, and that's out when?
7th of July. It's out for pre-order now, so people can get hold of it, like listen to the pre-orders. When you download it, you get Doing It Alone and the remix featuring Blacks and Little D. Not for free, but early, so you're not waiting, because it's quite a long wait, so you get something to listen to. There's a video called Way Back Then that's out now on the net.
Okay, what channel is that on?
Sidetracked, that's on there.
Okay.
There's a channel, but obviously it's on YouTube, so they can check that out.
Yeah.
So it's just all going well. 7th of July, really.
All right then, Koz, thank you for coming in, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
Again, that was another episode of Me The Artist. I'm Despa. Catch us again next week on be83.